Well, another opportunity that has come on our way for us also to configure this new model, we have these steps of IPv6, and all of us know something about IPv6. But if you don't know something about IPv6, let us now do something about it. I will explain the IPv6. IPv6 is the newest versions of the IP protocols. And if we said IP protocols, we are talking about internet protocol, internet protocols. So IPv6 was developed to overcome many deficiencies of IPv4. Most of the time, IPv4, as all of us know, has limited limitations. And IPv4 has been exhausted. Unlike IPv4, has only about 1.3 billion. And when we are checking about it, we have something that we call it 2 raised to power 32. So that is the available addresses, 2 raised to the power 32. But when we check IPv6, it's 3.1 times 10 raised to power 38 addresses. It tells you that this one is undecillion. IPv6 has come to stay and is a large address in space. We can say that 48 undecillion, let me put it in this way. But IPv6 uses 128-bit addresses, which means that each person on this earth are capable of getting 48 three 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 zero 8 three zeros, 48 8 three zeros. That is 38 zeros. So it's going to be like this. Let me put it across for you to understand. That is for IPv6. Each person must have an IP address 48 123 123 123 123 123 123 123 123. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, which means that each will be having an IP address number on this earth. That is what you are I'm showing it to you. So you can see how large IPv6 is about. And you know, it's undecillion because IPv6 use what we call alphanumerics, which means alphabet and numerical. That is numbers. And when we check on the screen, you can see we have 2000, like how we have IPv4, then we have the public. This one also is what? A public as well. But we have what we call link local. I'll be explaining them one after the other for you to just get an understanding of what I'm about to talk. Now, IPv6 also enhance the security of IPsec. And IPv6 also don't need FONAT. There is no network address translation in IPv6. And IPv6 also is a stateless address auto configuration. And when we are talking of stateless address auto configuration, we are talking of how automatically configure itself with an IPv6 what address automatically. Okay. Now IPv6, like all of us want to know, it comes with a dotted decimal format with each byte range from 0 to 255. IPv6, that is IPv4, but IPv6 uses 8 groups of 4 hexadecimal digits separated by columns. So when you check, we can have something like this, 4 separated Okay, let me just put it this way for all of us to just get what I'm talking about. We have 2340 column, then we can have um, 0045 column, AA, another A or BA column. Let me just, so we have one, two, let's go on. We have 0A, CB column, 055 column, 4550 column, 9A, BC column, ABCD. So let's check this. You can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is why earlier on I said IPv6 uses 8 groups of 4 hexadecimal digits. So 4 hexadecimal digits separated by column. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is 4 hexadecimal what? Digits separated by what? Column. But when you check IPv4, IPv4 is from 0 to 255. That is the ranges of IP word address. And that one is also uses what we call each byte range form. So dotted decimal format. That is for IP word v4, but it's different from IPv6. Now, when it comes to the format of the table, I will explain the table, but right now I want us to just do the configuration of it first so that you will know what we are here for. At least I've already explained the configuration of it. Now, let me just go on and do justice to what I said. Now, when you check this one, you can shorten it. Let me just make it a simple way for you to get it. Let me copy this one like this. If I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, and I said put it in the correct way. You know, IPv6 use 64-bit. So put it in the correct way. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for me to put it in the correct way, where the two zeros are, I can clear it and make it what? Column, column, column. Okay? Yes, so where there is column, column, remember that when you check this one, you can see where there is column, column, you can assign this one to a PC. Where there is column, column, it tells you that there are double of what? Zeros over there. So because of this, we said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 plus 2 here, making it what? 8. But when you look at this one, it's the same thing. Somebody, you can also put across like this, 200, like this, then make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me see whether it's up to 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have another 4 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, look at this one. For you to write this one, it's very simple. Okay, it's very simple. But in everything, when you start something with 0, it means that the thing can never broadcast. So let me put the last one as well. 1. Somebody also can write this one, the same thing. This one can represent this. with a double column. It tells you that how many zeros have been omitted. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And any leading zeros can also be omitted. So this one, you can give it to a machine. The machine will what? Accept it perfectly. You can also give the whole entire IPv6 like this. It will also accept this. Now, you're given an IP address. It comes from left to right. That is from right to left, rather. We have 1. You can also give 2. You can also give 3. So let me just show you something. If I have something like this, and I want to give, I can give this one as 2. Then it means that this one is for PC1. The whole of this one is for PC1. The whole of this one is for PC2. I hope you are getting it. Now you can also give the same to this one like this. And you make it, you can give this one to PC1, you can give this one to PC2. It's the same. But not you giving this one to PC1, giving this one to PC1, giving this one to PC2. No. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, remember, you have to change the last one first before you can proceed and do any other things. Now, we are going up to what we call, let me just make this one up to 8. Okay, that is 16, because it said hexadecimal. You know, one thing about these decimals are double digits. So we have unit, which we start from 0 to 9. So if, for instance, we are teaching our children some numbers, we start from 1. Instead of us starting from 0, because 0, then you come to 1. Then 1, come to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, 9. So instead of 10, there is a double digit. So you have to say 1, 1 and 0 is 10. 1 and 1 is 11. 1 and 2 is 12. 1 and 3 is 13. 1 and 4 is 14. And as you are telling your child this way, the child also is learning double digit. So when double digit comes, that is where we must have what? Decimal. And anything that is hex is 16. So if they said hexadecimal, let's check this one. Press on Windows R, then type something we call calc, 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 calc. Okay, calc. Type what we call calc. When you type the calc, just press ahead. Have you seen we have it in the programmer? If you don't have, just go to these 3 lines, you click on the programmer, then you see we have hexadecimal, decimal, octet, bin. So it tells you that this one has. So hexadecimal. That is what we are talking about. So if I type 100, look, it's 64, but the decimal is what? 100. And the octet is 144. And the binary is this. I will have time and then explain the hex, dex, octet, and bin. Then you will get it very well. Okay. Now we are going as far as up to F. As far as up to F. So let me just keep on. Have you reached F? Let me minimize it so that at least. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 10, 11, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2 more to go. Okay, two more to go. Okay, so let's count it and see. We have, can it reach? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. So I'm going to do the first one. This one, I'll put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Instead of you to write 10, on our keyboard we don't have a character called 10. We have a character on our keyboard that you can press on, which is 1 and 0. On your mobile phone, when you check, so maybe somebody is giving you his digit, his number, his phone number, and the person said 20202. He said 10, or he said 10. Can you see 10 on your keyboard? No, we don't have 10 on our keyboard, but rather we have what? 1 and 0. So instead of us to put 10, rather we have to put what? A. Okay, so that is why they said IPv6 is alpha what? Numeric. So we have A, we have B, we have C, we have D, we have E, and we have F. So you can see that when you arrange it, it's alpha numerics. Now, how many machines I've given so far? I've given 16 machines. What I've done right now is 16 machines. So if this one, you want to just, let's say for instance, how you did the first one, this particular one, this one, you want to assign an IP to a machine. Let's say two machines. You want to assign a machine, two machines. You want to assign a machine IP address. You have to just what? If I put this one here, and I put this one also here. Now, for me to assign an IP address, I'm going to assign this one. So let me go to this side like this. Let me go to this side. Desktop, come here. We have IPv4 and IPv6. So over here, I can type 2001, then column. If I put 1, make sure that is 64. You will put it here, 64. Now, routers is not there, but we are just giving an IP address, okay? Yeah. Now, when I'll go to the next one also, and I'll do justice to the next one also. The same thing, but that one is going to be 2001, then 2 columns, then 2. Then don't forget to bring what? 64. 64 is very important, okay? That is a sub, because IPv6, there is no subnet mask. Yes. Now, for you to connect these two machines, we let us use crossover cable. You remember, using a crossover cable is different from straight through and also what we call rollover. We have rollover cable that we normally use it as a console. Then we have straight through cable. Then we have crossover cable. Sometimes crossover cable are for machines to machines, laptop to laptops. You can also use crossover cable, straight through cables for sessions to router to PC to router, you can use. But whenever it comes to crossover, because the intake of what the intake of the colors sometimes what changes. And it's very clear for you and I to know that definitely they do change, because we start, you must start with what? White, orange, orange to the end, then at the other left side of it also, right, which is the end of it also, you have to start with what? White, green, and what? Green. But in a straight through, when you are dealing with straight through, you know that you have what? If white, orange, and orange, definitely the first start of the other end also have to be what? White, orange, and orange. And when you lace them together, you see that they are really straight through. One day I'll show you how it works so that you can't just use any cable to do your connectivity. It's not good. Let's go on. Let me click on this one and go to command line. Then let me just ping. I will ping 2. You see it's pinging. You see that it's pinging. It can ping successful. You see, it's pinging, which means that a packet has moved from one place to what? Another. So now let me change this particular one. Also, I'm changing this one to A. I'm changing to A. Okay, I'm changing to A. Then I'll stand on the PC5 and ping A and C. So 200, 1, column, A. Have you seen it's pinging? So it tells you that no, alphanumeric is very important. But for the look of things of what we have on the screen right now, as it has reached F, it means that it has come to an end, so the next one have to start. I'll come back and show you depth, deep into IPv4, IPv6 calculations, and also ranges of it, how to calculate it, range, broadcast, start IP, network address, network IP, start IP, broadcast IP here and there. I will also show you the range of it, and then I'll give you scenarios of them, then you will get everything, okay? And that is very good. You must understand all these things before when you start a journey of the CCNA. It will help you. It's very good for you to understand. If not, it's going to be very difficult for you to get those things. So now, we are about to start. When you look at what we have on the screen right now, we have this particular area. Let me just put it in a simple way for you to get it. Let me allocate it with yellow sign. Let me allocate this side also with green sign. Then let me allocate the other side with pink. Most of the time, ladies, they like the pink, but not all. Okay, so let's see the yellow sign. The yellow sign have their own IP address, which is this. So you can see that this one, there are column over there. So how many zeros do we have there? If somebody can tell me or test me or those, I think is also good. I really explain it here. I omitted 2 zeros here. But when you check this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, then how many zeros are here? But there is no number attached to it. It tells you that this is the IPv6 that we want to assign to the yellow department. Okay, so let's go straight and assign an IP address to the yellow department. Let me just click on the PC, then go to desktop, then straight to this place. That is IPv6. And that one is DB8, column 1, 10, column. Now the column, I can give what? If it's column, let me give what? 100. Then come here and give what? 64. Now I want to use the same IP address here. You just copy them. So I'll be giving the router. Column, column, which is what? 1. Okay. So this is a whole IP address, which is IPv6 that I've given. We have a link local as well. Link local also is there. We have, okay, when we talk about the IPv6 also, we have a unicast, unicast and multicast. So I said I will talk about it. Then you have the global unicast, then unique local, the link local. No, the link local that you are seeing over there, he said these addresses are used to send in packets over the local subnet. Routers do not forward packets with this address to other subnet. IPv6 requires a link local address to be assigned to every network interface on which the IPv6 protocol is enabled. So it means that for this particular router, to transmit packet from the yellow to the pink side, you need what we call link local. So we'll configure link local as well on these two solid router. Meanwhile, the PCs are having the link local already. So we'll be using the link local so that the link local can help the router for packet what transmitting. Okay, so we have assigned the IP address which is IPv6 to this PC, and we can name the PC as well. Let's name the PC as AMA hyphen PC. Okay, yes, I'm dealing with only two machines here. Okay, let me go to the yellow side. The yellow side also, you can see that we have 10 and we have 11 here. If you put 10 and you put in 10 here, there will be a conflict. A conflict. I've never seen twins bearing the same name. I remember when I was in middle school, there was a twins that they were in the class, but we called one Stephen Adade and another one Stephen Adade. But we have Stephen Adade number one, Stephen Adade number two. Number one and number two at least tells you that though all of them are using Stephen Adade, but the differentiating have to be what? Number one and number two. And number one and number two are they use that one to differentiate them. That is why we have what we call Kakra and Penny. And we have Aquile, Akwoko, and we have what? Oko Aquile or any other dating team. Then we have Achu, Eche. But all of them came from the same day and they came from the same group. So you are not supposed to assign an IP address, the same IP address to two machines, other than there will be a conflict. Okay? Yes. So let me give you another one. That is, I'm going to name this one as what? Kwame. Kwame. So let me go to Kwame also and assign an IP address to Kwame. Let me go to Kwame's PC and assign an IP address to Kwame. So we have 2001 column DB8 column 1 column 1111 column. I can say this one is what 150. So this one I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it too. Why? Because the router will be. Oh, sorry, let me just check. I did a mistake here, which is some column that I place and I place a inverted comment at the top. So let's do 2. Okay, so we are good to go now. Fine. So the one that the 2 I place it there. I place 2 here, and when you check this PC also I place 1 there. I place 1 here and I place, so it means that this particular router, which is BFR1, is going to bear a gateway of 2, which is 1 here, 2 here, which means 2. The router IP address will be communicating with the 2 to the green side, and then 1 will be communicating with the yellow side. Then we have an IP address also that will be communicating with what we call the serial. Okay, good. After dealing with this one, it's now time for us to enter into our BFR1 to configure our IPv6 as well. Let's go straight to our configuration. Now let me add another PC to what the laptop. Let me put laptop here, then put a console attached to it. You know the work of the console. Let me shift it to this side so that we can configure it. Okay, sorry. Let's go to terminal. Sorry, let me just go over again. Click on the laptop, go to terminal and go to OK. So it means that we are now inside the router. Let's choose the EN. EN is for enable. Then config T. Now the host name is going to be BFR1. It's the same thing as what? This one. Okay, now let's see something. Before you can configure IPv6, IPv6 has not been what? Enabled. So it's our duty to enable the IPv6. So if you don't enable the IPv6, it's going to be very difficult for you to configure IPv6 on your machine. So in a simple term and a simple way for you to go about it is that you have to type what? IPv6 unicast what? Routing. Then it means that now you can configure IPv6. So I'm going to configure IPv6 first on this side. It seems is GIJ 0/1 or is 0. Okay, GIJ 0/0. You can see that is it, GIJ 0/0. So let me enter inside int GIJ 0/1, then IPv6 address. Then you put exact IP address that relates to the yellow side, and all of us know that this is the IP address. This is the IP range of it that is on the yellow side. Okay, so 2001 column, then DB8 column, we have 1 column, 10 column, then we have 1. You remember, we have 1. So you have to just put what? 1 there. Okay. Now, when you put it, make it slash what? 64. Enter. Then no shutdown. There are other previous ones that I've already configured. Some IPv6 previous videos that I did and I posted it. So you can go through my videos and you can check other ones as well. I configured IPv6 very well. Yes, so you can go through it. But because of the sake of what I'm supposed to teach students, that is why I'm just going fast on this one. Okay, now let's go on. I'm done with the top one. Now remain the down one. Type exit. INT. So this one is what? GIJ 0/0. GIJ 0/0. So IPv6 address 2001. We have DB8. We have 1 column 1 column 1. Sorry, 2. You can put 1 or you can put 1. Nothing happens. It will work because of the 10 11 here and 10 here. Okay, yes, but I'm just want to, so for us not to confuse ourselves, we can change it. So instead of us to do it, we can put 1 here to work, but rather we have to go to the PC, this Kwame's PC. You have to go there and change this one rather to be 1. Nothing spoil. It's the same thing because it's true. The 10 and 11 are the networks. Okay, so if this place is 1, this place is also 1. It's 10 1. It's 10 1, 11 1. So the same thing. Let's see whether this particular cable, which is crossover cable, can what? So /64. Enter. No. Shut. No shut. Now you can see that we have configuration perfectly. configured it perfectly. Now remain the serial line that we have to also go by it. Okay, let's go by the serial line. Let's type exit, then int serial 0/1/0, sorry, /0, IPv6 address. For the simple way, at least, okay, let's go. DB8, we have one column 40, column, column 2, stroke 64. Okay. You won't see it because I said no shutdown. I said interface serial change state to what? Now, no shutdown, but it's on. Unless I have to configure the top one before it will what? It will come online. So this place is 2, this place, and this place is going to be 1. So let me go and put a laptop also there. Okay, so the EN, host name is BFR2. So IPv6 unicast to enable, to enable. So INTSE is 0/1/0. So IPv6 address 2001 DB8 column 1 column 40 column 1 column 1/64. Okay, no shut. You see that now the line is green now. Can you see? The line is green. Yeah. Yeah. The state, the state changed now and now is up. Remember the right side of it, the right side, which is this one. You can stand on the same interface and enter into another interface by typing int serial se 0/1/1, which means that I'm inside this one. Previously, sorry, I'm inside this one, but now, see, if I type this one, I'll be inside this one. No more inside this one, but I'll be inside this. Okay, so IPv6. Don't be confused. Oh. That's why crossover is doing giving a 2 IP address to one what machine. Please, it's only one. Okay, I was once on another interface and standing on that interface to enter into another interface. That's all. Okay, so 2001 column, we have the DB8 column, we have the one column, then this one is for 20 column, we have 2. Why am I doing this? Then /64. So no chart is down. So now let's go. We are done with this one. Remain the 3. Remain the 3. This side. Remain this side. So Let me add another laptop to it. Remain this one. Okay, so the en config t host bfr3. I'm on bfr3. Enter. Now let's check something. I said you have to enable the IPv6 before entering the IPv6 IP address. Now I'm supposed to enable, but I want to show you something. Okay, I don't want to enable it, and let's see what will happen next. So I want to enter inside this port intse 0/0/0. Now I said IPv6 address 2001 column db8 column 1 column 20 column. That one is going to be 1. Then /64. Now, no shutdown, no shutdown. It's not supposed to, but it went through because I haven't even enabled IPv6 on what this one. So let me just enable it so that whenever it comes to what routing, it will not give me problem. So IPv then unicast, so that when I want to do um, RIP, ERGRP, OSPF, it won't tell me that please you're supposed to enable it and you didn't enable it, so go back and do justice to what you're supposed to do. So please let me enable it so that everything, though it has gone through, which is not supposed to, but when it comes to packet moving from the pink to the yellow or the green, by all means you have to enable it. So don't forget enable it that one first before you can proceed. Okay, let's go on INT. I'm now on the GIJ 0/0. So I'm just using the 30. So I'll just remove this one and put 30 there. Then that one is already 1. So if I enter IP address, it will go for no shut. Listen. So we are good to go. Now, remove the server over there. Let's deal with the server. Click on the server, desktop. Then we have 30. So let's remove this one and put 30 there. Then 201, 64. It's 1, so it's 1. But the only thing that we remove is 30. That is the only thing that we will remove. We are done. Now let's see whether we can ping this one. But you cannot ping across. It won't go. But there are other configuration. You can stand on the yellow and ping and ping what? The server. Okay. But our main configuration that we want to do, permitting, we'll be using IPv6 ACL, permitting and denying some department not to have access to our web server. Dealing with the TCP port, that is what we'll be doing. Okay. So consecutive days, our always come back again and tell you what you must do. This one is part 1 of what we're supposed to do. So that is part 1 of it. Yes. So if you stand here on MSPC, I want to ping Kwame Let's see what will happen. So marvelous. So we're typing, so 2.0, then DB8, 1, 11, Kwame's own. Let's check Kwame's own. Okay, Kwame's own IP is what? Kwame's IP. It seems, let me check Kwame's IP. Have you seen? I haven't given IP to Kwame. So I put 150 there to Kwame's own 150. So I'm still on MSPC, want to ping what? 150. Sorry. You know the mistake that I'm doing, column supposed to come here. You see, I omitted the column here, but don't worry, it's pinging. Somebody will ask why crossover. Why is it that it's pinging? And because it can ping across. Okay, let's see whether I can ping the server. Okay, or even this. So AMA is pinging. Let's see what AMA can ping. Whether I can ping. You can ping 22. It says for destination host what? Unreachable. So if AMA cannot ping this one, how much more can that packet go as far as the server? It can go. Do you understand? Yes, the server it can go because the server is what? 30. So if it can ping here, then it means that there must be a collaboration between IP, that is the BFR1, BFR2, and BFR3. That is what you're supposed to do. So since we have already configured this one, we'll be configuring the rest of it also. And that is the IPv6 configuration, part 1 of ACL. We'll be continuing part 2 of it tomorrow. Thank you very much, please. Don't forget to share. Make sure that I have other class, that is why I have to pause. Make sure that friends of yours can have access, have the link so that they can also get well understand of whatever that is being crossed based on what CCNA and CCNP, CCIE. Well, thank you very much for coming across. My name is Crossover, and I always say, God be with you. If you want a private class, I'm there. I do private class, ethical hacking, cyber security, computer forensics, server, exchange service, SharePoint, and you can name them as many as you can think of. That is crossover, and we will always cross. Thank you. We see you another day. Bye bye.